Hi, Bella. How are you? Welcome to HeKate's Crossing. I'm Paula, by the way, for those that don't know. My name's Paula. So I've lit the incense, white sage and lavender from the Tribal Soul. I've got my candle lit, and I'm going to use the Waterfall Tarot by TarotOracle. Now, he's not on tonight because he's not on today because he is packing up his parcels, his book, Tarot Guidance, and which is really, really awesome. And of course, the Waterfall Tarot decks that have arrived. This is a reprinting for him, and it's slightly thicker card than what I've got, but this is my Rider-Waite-Smith deck to go. So if you've got a question, please post it in. Yep, certainly. Any particular question, Bella? Any sort of topic or question about moving forward on your journey? If you've got a particular question, you'd love a reading. It's just waiting to see if you've got a question there. So just type in your question and I will certainly answer it. Okay, so you want to know about your relationship with this guy. Do you feel that he's a good match? How this relationship will be? So let's have a look and see what cards get drawn in regards to the situation. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, I'll do 5 cards. Quick. So let's have a look. Okay, you got Knight of Wands. So it is talking about passion, drive. It's definitely some movement. It's like he's rearing and ready to go. There is a connection. It does feel like tasks being finished. It does feel very complete. It does feel as though things are moving in the right direction. Nurturing one's health. Let's have a look. Nurturing perceptions. That's interesting. An Ace of Pentacles tells us that the potential is absolutely there. It definitely talks about the potential of the relationship is totally that he's there. It's about making sure that you have done what you need to do to like physically be able to move forward on the journey as well. It does feel like there are some things that you need to actually do. It does feel like you're ready and raring to go. You are have completed. There are some things that you're needing to complete, and it is very much about nurturing your own health, your own perceptions about what's going on, your own truth about where you're at. What do you actually want in the relationship? So yes, the possibility is that it is a good match, but there are some things that you need to sort of think about, you need to nurture in the way that you move forward. That seems to be quite important. Now I'm just going to finish off with a Echoes of Nature Oracle by the same artist, TarotOracle. Hi, Hearts Love. Yep, just type in your message. I feel like I've just dropped something here. Just type in your message. Okay. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. It's about finding a sense of inner peace, Bella. Making sure you're in a really good headspace and you're ready to actually just find some inner peace within oneself. That seems to be really, really important in the direction that you're actually moving. So that seems to be where you're at. It's just making sure you're needing to find some inner peace within yourself and get some clarity. So hopefully that helps. Give you a moment. No worries, Bella. Sometimes it can be quite hard to discern and not be too judgmental about the reading or be too biased. So totally understand that. No worries at all. Okay, hearts love Joe. Okay, Joe, does Jackson want to be more than just friends? Okay, let's have a look. Does Jackson want to be more than just friends? Let's have a look at that bit first. Does Jackson want to be more than just friends? Ooh, there's definitely some heartbreak being dealt with, needing to take some time out. So I feel like he's dealing with some heartbreak, okay, and he's needing some time out, but it does feel there will be a sense of triumph or a sense of success. So it feels like he'll move in the right direction. Okay, so we're looking at that he's dealing, at the moment, he's dealing with some heartbreak and he's needing some time out. That's very important. It feels like he's going to get through that too, which is quite important. He is going to sort of get over the battles and the conflicts and things like that that he's dealing with. So will he reach out to you? So let's have a look. He's doing a lot of thinking. There's definitely movement forward. He's definitely moving in the direction. And being aware of his priorities, being aware of what he's juggling at the moment as well. He's breaking away from chains. Okay, so he's not going to reach out straight away. Does feel as though he's dealing with a lot of heartbreak. It does feel like he'll get through that situation. He is going to contemplate and work out what his priorities are. He's scared about repeating old patterns. Hearts love. Joe, it does feel like he's scared about repeating old patterns. So I'm not at this stage. I can't see him reaching out immediately. There might be some things that he might need to deal with at this time. And the card here is, he's thinking about strategizing. He's thinking about what his plans, about where he needs to be. Okay, Joe? So I feel like he's strategizing to the whole situation. So there you are. Okay. Hi, Emma. Hi, Denise. Yeah, just type in your reading. Don't forget to check the links down below if you want to donate. Much appreciated. Pay for my daughter's for the cloth nappies for the new baby coming in November, December. So that's what I'm saving for at the moment, is a cloth nappy. So every dollar helps in that case. So let's have a look. Denise, Brad's current feelings for you. So let's have a look at, whoops, the card just flew out as I said that. So let's have a look at that. Okay, you feel very isolated. A lot of meditation and reflection, contemplation. I feel like Brad at the moment is doing a lot of contemplation, a lot of reflection, trying to find that light at the end of the tunnel. There's a sense of perseverance. There is that sort of keep going, don't give up, add in energy. Feeling defeated. Why am I getting defeated? Like if there's a no-win situation. He's feeling like there's a no-win situation is what he's feeling at the moment. Brad's feelings at the moment are all about feeling isolated, feeling like not giving, but he's not giving up. Even though he's feeling isolated, there is that whole thing about not giving up. He might be feeling a little defeated at this time. Don't know whether it's... but there are new beginnings. There are new beginnings to the possibility. New adventures coming. And we've got one more here. So I'm getting a lot of resting. So I'm feeling at the moment he's just feeling very isolated. He's doing a lot of reflecting. He is thinking about new beginnings. He is thinking about where to next, what's possible. He is being a little bit cautious about it all, maybe feeling like he's not really taking the risk at this time. So I'm feeling at the moment that he's just not, he's just got a lot going on. I think he's got a lot of personal stuff. And when the cards are not going to let me know, they're just sort of saying, you know, he is sort of thinking about things. He's not giving up. He's just feeling very isolated at the moment. He has got a lot of stuff. He's feeling very down. He knows, but at the same time, there's a sense of hope coming in. But again, you get that taking time out, resting period. So I feel like he's just dealing with a lot at this time. So you need to so it's about looking further out. It's looking further into the future, not about right now. I think there's a lot going on right now, and he's just got to get himself clear, get himself into a better headspace about what's going on. It's very personal to him. It's not going to allow me to dive that way. My guides don't let me dive into that sort of area. It's very much about how it affects you. So it's just you knowing that he's got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. He's got a lot of stuff happening. He is sort of thinking about, you know, what lies ahead. And he's sort of thinking further into the future, not right now. He's sort of thinking further ahead. Okay, so that's it from there. So let's have a look and see what's next. Okay, Emma, we're coming up in your love life. What's coming up in your love life? Lessons to learn. Okay. Okay, you've got to look at also what are you holding on to as well. I'm getting a little bit about when we're talking about what are you holding on to, it's what have you inherited from your family or your traditional aspects. I'm getting a sense of inheritance. So what have you held on to in regards to your love life, Emma? So you're talking about your love life. So you've got some lessons to learn. So what are you holding on to that you've inherited? Okay. What are you holding on to that you maybe have inherited from the past or from family, from, you know, others' perceptions, others' thoughts, others, the way others react to situations? It's about looking at what you do have instead of looking at what you don't have as well. It's about looking at what you truly want, not what you don't want. Okay, so it's very important to you to have a very clear picture about what you actually want in your relationships. Okay, here we get the sense of there are some things that you actually need to do, Emma. There are some things that you might need to complete before you can actually move into a relationship. Okay, so there are some lessons that you need to learn. You keep thinking that, okay, you need to let go of the past. Okay, you need to let go of the past. If you want to move into a new relationship, a new love life, you need to think about what you want to achieve. Okay, not what was, but what is right now. And there are some things that you need to complete, you need to let go of, and so that you can move ahead. So let's have a look at the echoes of nature. There are some challenges to dealing with this, Emma, but it looks like, yeah, the outcome will be positive, but there are some work for you to do. For you to achieve what you want, there are some things that you need to deal with. There are some challenges, but you'll be okay. You just got to move through that process. Okay, the decks I'm using is the Waterfall Tarot and the Echoes of Nature. They're from TarotOracle. He would normally be doing his readings now, but he's packing up his box of decks, the Waterfall Tarot, that you can order from his Etsy store. And so yeah, so you can order that from his Etsy store, TarotOracle, the TarotOracle, so TarotOracle store. So yeah, that's what I'm using today. Okay, Janine's done, Emma done. Let's have a look and see what's next. Okay, Virgo Sun, is there anyone? Oh, Sandy, sorry. Sandy, you are asking for a general love read. Okay, Sandy, general love read. Okay. Sandy, you're welcome, Emma. Okay, Sandy, general reading. Let's have a look. Oh, what do you want to bring into your life? I'm getting a little bit of pampering, taking some material, okay, some material gain. So there are some things coming into your life. Okay, it's about coming into an alignment. It's about looking at your emotions, Sandy. Looking at your emotions within the whole situation. I'm getting a lot about looking ahead. I feel like you keep looking ahead instead of just being in the now. Ah, success. So it does feel like a relationship's coming into play. Does feel very passionate, but it also reminds us to be grounded. Okay, so that's really important, Sandy. About being grounded is going to be really important. Looking at your what you actually want to bring into your journey. What do you want to bring into your love life? What do you want to bring into your thing? So there's a lot of looking ahead about what needs to be done. And then once you've actually decided and you've made those choices and you start walking towards your goal, it will bring success. Definitely feels like you need to make sure that you're in an alignment with oneself. So there's a lot of standing still. I feel like there's a lot of reflection coming up. There's a lot of contemplation about where you've been, where you are right now, and what you want ahead of you. And once you've got a really clear picture about your relationships, about what you actually want, I feel like there's going to be, even though there might be some challenges, there is going to be success. There's going to be a sense of victory, a sense of pride in what you've achieved, Sandy. So that's going to be really, really important for you in regards to your love. Okay, and we've got here about intuition. Trusting your own intuition is going to be the big thing. Trusting your gut instinct, trusting the knowledge that you actually have within yourself is going to be really important for this process. Okay, so that's it from me. Let's have a look and see who's next. Hi, Valentina. Okay, Virgo Sun. Is Sarij a bad guy? Okay, Sarij a bad guy. Sarij a bad guy. Let's have a look. Sarij a bad guy. Let's just. You're welcome, Sandy. Virgo Sun. Okay, is Sarij a bad guy? Let's have a look at that. Oops. Okay, we've got someone who's always got the truth. Let's have a look here. Whoops, card just flew out. 1 second. A lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. Taking something could be a little bit sneaky. Got the motivation and the drive. So we're just going through the cards just for a second. And one more nurturing out. So here we get this, is he a bad guy? I don't feel like he's actually a bad person. He may just be a person who thinks a lot. He's quite a deep think. I want to say he's quite a deep thinker. He's a I feel like he's a problem solver. Does solve problems. Does sort of get things done. Does feel like there's an emotional gain to what he wants. Virgo Sun, it does feel like Suresh is someone who's always thinking about what benefits him emotionally in the situation. You might feel that on the surface that he could be a little bit sneaky or a little bit sort of do things behind the scenes. I don't think he's very open. I get that he's sort of quite quiet, quite just very stealth, if you like, with the way he is. He's not very loud. I feel like he has the drive or the motivation. He has a bit of creative energy about him. Definitely a lot of creative stuff going on. But I also feel he could be somebody who would take care of those who are less fortunate than himself. So I don't feel like he's a bad guy at all. Virgo Sun, I feel like he's somebody who is quite kind and quite caring, even though he may seem very sort of quiet behind the scenes type of guy. He may feel like he's being, you might think of him being quite sneaky, but actually he's just behind the scenes and very quiet. He's not very loud. He's just very, very quietly being creative and moving forward on his journey. Okay, so let's have a look at the echoes of nature. He blends into the background. He's, like I said, he's not very loud. He's quite quiet, and he sort of blends in. He just sort of keeps things behind the scenes. He doesn't sort of shout out who he is. So I don't feel like he's a bad person. He's just very quiet, very shy. I'm getting that he's very shy sort of person. Okay. So let's have a look. Who's next? Paige. What can you expect during the Mercury retrograde? Okay, Paige, let's have a look. What can you expect during the Mercury retrograde? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Also, don't forget there is a link down below if you wish to donate, of course, which is much appreciated. Saving for my daughter's new, the grandbaby coming, my grandbaby coming. So that's costing me a little bit with wanting to get some cloth nappies for her and baby sling and bits and pieces. It's all expensive, isn't it? So let's have a look. What can you expect during the Mercury retrograde? So don't forget to check out my Ko-Fi shop as well if you want a private reading. Different tarot readings and healings are on there, and I can customize the service to you as well if you want something a bit more in depth. So let's have a look. Paige, what can you expect during Mercury retrograde? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What can you expect during Mercury retrograde? Let's have a look. Satisfaction, wanting to finish a task. I think you're going to struggle in finishing a task. There'll be a lot of reflection and stuff going on. Does feel like you're going through a lot of changes, a lot of transformations, a lot of things finishing. But knowing you're not alone is going to be an important part of this process. Okay, I do feel like you're going to feel very dissatisfied, not feeling like you're struggling to finish what needs to be done. There's a lot of pausing and reflecting. Hi, Daisy. Welcome, welcome. So, Paige, I feel like you're going to be sort of taking a lot of moments to pause and reflect, because you are going to be going through a lot of changes, but know that you're actually not alone during this process as well. So I think it's really important that you just take a breath for a moment and just allow yourself to just breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe is going to be so important. And know that you're not alone. You will have support during this process as you move through the transformation, the changes, the end. A lot of things are ending for you. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of ending. There's a lot of pause and reflection. You're trying to finish tasks, but you can't seem to quite get there. And I think that can be part of the not seeing the bigger picture. Maybe you've got your you're too focused on maybe one thing and you're not quite seeing the bigger picture, so you're not actually getting things done. So anyway, just take a breath for a moment and allow the transformations to come through, and know that you're actually supported in this process. Ask for help. Paige, I think it's going to be really important for you to, during this time, to ask for help. To delegate is the word I'm getting, is delegate. Delegate, delegate, delegate. Ask for some help is going to be really important. I've got blending card again. So I feel like there's a sense of, interesting that flew out, and I got this wishful thinking. So it's feeling like you want to move into the background, but you have to sort of ask for help. I feel like you want to sort of just hide away from the world, but you need, and I think that's where this is too, is hiding away from what's going on, where you need to actually work out what you actually want and ask for it. So that's that for you. Okay, Valentina, have a look. If you've got a question, please just type your question in, Daisy, and it will come to you. If you want to donate, please let me know. The link is down below for the page. You can donate on my Ko-Fi's shop. Oh, we've got wishful. Okay, there's a sense of walking away from something. New adventure. Okay, so you're walking into a new adventure. Some battles. Standing up yourself. Memories of the past. Keep hiding. Okay, so what's happening, Valentina? Okay. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Don't forget, if you've got a question, please type in your question. Don't forget, down below, there's the link if you want to donate, which will be a really big help at this time. We're saving for grandbaby. Okay, so what I'm getting here, Valentina, is that there is that hope, there is that dream, but there's the need to walk away from something first. Feels like you need to let go of something so you can move into the new adventure, the new possibilities. Okay, so but you will find there is a need for you to sort of stand up for yourself in regards to this relationship. And it feels like I'm just getting the sense of actually past memories are haunting you in some way in regards to the relationship, in regards to the love. So I feel at this time there's a lot of stuff going on for you. You're dealing with a lot of personal issues, a lot of personal stuff happening for you at this time. Even though there's that hope, there's that possibility, there is that sense of you actually walking away from it. It's like you're walking away from it, but you're walking into something new. You're rejecting your Sage. Okay, it feels like you're focusing a lot on that energy of the past. Okay, so I feel like the past is haunting you. So you need to sort of let that go. Forget about rejecting your Sage. It's just like letting it go completely. I think that's where the conflict and everything is coming into it. Yeah, you don't want anything to do with toxicity and immaturity. Agree. So what do you want? It's about focusing on what you want, because what you're doing is you're focusing on that toxicity and immaturity, even though you're saying, I don't want it. But because it's in your focus, it's what you're battling. Okay, so it's what you're battling. So there is that thing of walking into new possibilities, but it's about stop thinking about the past in a way. Stop enable you to actually focus on what do you actually want. Ooh. It's about be careful about jumping to conclusions and not taking a shortcut as well. So there is a bit of a process going on. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so that makes it really hard for you to move on when you've got that. Okay, have you tried, Valentina, have you tried working with Archangel Michael in cutting the cords? Archangel Michael is great for cutting the cords, and Archangel Raphael for healing. Could be something that you could do, you could try, would be to check to work with the archangels, Archangel Michael, and cutting the cords and keeping protected. Maybe even using smoky quartz or black obsidian to repel the negativity, and using the rose quartz to open up your heart. That sort of process, working with crystals and maybe dealing with some healing energy. You know, if you're interested, Valentina, I do have a relationship reading which uses Uncover Your Past Lives, which allows you to actually clear away the cords, the attachments, the debris that's keeping you stuck in one place in regards to a relationship. It allows you to actually move forward. Okay, you use crystals. Okay, using black obsidian maybe, or smoky quartz might help you to work with the negativity, to repel the negativity, and using rose quartz to with the love, or aventurine, another green crystal that might help you as well in that process. So work and find the crystals that might work for you, and that'll allow you to the healing that you need. Meditation also has some great meditations, clearing your energy. Yeah, just I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just going to take a little bit of time to find what works for you. So let's see what's next in the reading. Okay. Lisa, what's coming up for you in the next 10 days? So we're looking at in the next 10 days, Lisa. What's coming up for you in the next 10 days? Let's have a look. Okay, there might be some battles. Definitely feels like there's you're ready to go, but there's a hesitation going on. Definitely feels, Lisa, there's some new stuff happening. Lisa, so it does feel like in the next 10 days, you are going to be dealing with a sense of moving towards a creative project, but you might feel a bit hesitant in some way. There's definitely some new beginnings for you. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of looking at your goals, looking at where you actually want to be. But you've got to be ready to step towards that. Now, I'm getting a lot about the knowledge that comes from within you, the ancients' knowledge. The knowledge that actually comes within you is maybe going to come out into the forefront. You might feel as though you are in a no-win situation. But I do feel if you can just take a breath and look at your own knowledge, look at your goals and where you actually want to be, you're going to allow yourself to actually take the risk that you actually need to move forward with the desires, with the passion, the creative energy. So I do feel like there's a lot of movement. There is some movement going on, even though there might be moments of pausing, of taking a breath and just allowing yourself to move ahead. So just, I feel like there's going to be a lot of knowledge coming through, a lot of learning as well. I'm getting a bit of studying, a bit of learning coming in as well. So Lisa, yeah, quite important for you. Contemplation. Yeah, like I said, there's going to be a lot of thought. I think feeling like you're going to do a lot of reflecting, a lot of contemplation about where you actually want to be, which is going to be really important. Intimidation. So it's about not feeling intimidated. I feel like might be feeling a little intimidated about moving ahead, Lisa, in this project, in this possibility, and trusting your own intuition as well in what you're learning. So yeah, something to sort of think about. There is a lot of contemplation, a lot of reflection, not being afraid to step forward on your journey, Lisa. I think that's really important for you. So hopefully that offers you some guidance. Okay, Daisy, love, can I ask my friend T wants a relationship with you? How does T feel about Daisy? Oh, okay. A lot about battles and conflicts and addictions and restrictions in some way. So I just feel like feeling chained, bringing into one's life. Know there's wise choices to make. Not all choices are wisely made. And here we have the new love. So, ooh, it's an interesting type reading here, Daisy. Here we're talking about, you know, wanting a little bit more. And I definitely feel as though, hi, Queen of Swords. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Demetria. Hi, Demetra. Demetra? So, yeah, just type in your questions. If you've typed in your question, great. Thank you. I'll get back to you. Don't forget, if you want to donate, there is a link down below, which is a huge help. Okay, so Daisy, I feel like your friend wants maybe a little bit more out of the friendship. There may be some conflict with that. I feel like there might be some conflict in regards to the friendship and wanting more out of it. This is here. So I feel like he's feeling like he needs to choose very wisely. It's like he's waiting for you to make that decision, which could be really important. So yeah, I feel that's really important, that there is that possibility of opening the lid to the relationship on a further level. So yes, I definitely feel like he does want something more than just a friend. I think he's looking for something a little bit more. So it's about you leading the way, you deciding where you want to be at. You need to create maybe some boundaries or break down those barriers. That's totally up to you. I definitely feel it is about you leading the way, you moving in the direction that you actually want to go into. Okay, so that's it for that reading. Let's have a look and see what's next. So that was Daisy's reading there. Okay, so Demetra, is there possibility of a commitment between me and Raj's? Okay, so let's have a look at that. Is there a possibility of a commitment? Okay, Demetra, is there possibility of a commitment? Let's have a look. Is there possibility of any commitment? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We're turning away from it. Well, that comes up with the breakthrough potential there. It does cause things to be a bit wobbly and judging. Now, is there a possibility of a commitment? I'm actually saying no. Does feel like there's a need to look at the bigger picture, need to sort of face the truth of the situation, look at what the burning down. I'm just getting the sense of burning away the walls, the barriers, allowing yourself to rebuild by looking at your priorities, what's important. So I don't feel like there's going to be a commitment between you at this stage. Okay, Demetra, I don't feel like there's going to be a commitment at this stage. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done first. A lot of truths need to be faced. A lot of looking at the bigger picture, seeing what you've been offered. Definitely a spark in some way, a spark of passion. There's definitely that attraction there, but yet there feels like there's a need to take a leap of faith. So whether that leap of faith is taken, whether the barriers or the feels like your world's going to be turned a little bit upside down in some way. So I'm not feeling like there is a commitment at this stage, but I think there's a lot of stuff that's stopping that energy from coming into fruition. Okay, so I think it's just a little bit of work to be done first, and maybe things can change, but it totally depends on so many aspects in regards to looking at your priorities. You know, what are you juggling? You know, what's going on? How do you break down the barriers, the walls, take a leap of faith? How do you rebuild what could be a little bit shaky, a little bit wobbly? So let's have a look and see what Echoes of Nature has to say. We get this solitude card. So I am getting a very alone moment with things at the moment, Demetra. So I feel like there's a lot of meditation, a lot of reflection, contemplation coming into play, facing the truth of the situation. So isolation at the moment is the card. So I think there's a lot of work to be done before we can sort of contemplate what lies ahead in regards to a commitment or anything like that. So that's that from there. Let's have a look and see what's next. Try. Okay, Sunny, what is my counterpart currently going through in regards to our connection? Let's have a look. What is your counterpart? Sunny, let's have a look at the count. Goodness. Ooh. Okay, removing the confusion, trying to find a sense of clarity in the situation. News, romance. So trying to get some clarity in regards to some news, maybe creating a little bit of how we can be romantic, how there can be some romance. Spiritual awakening, being authentic as well, how they can blow their own trumpet in the situation. Solve any problems that are going on as well, finding a solution to whatever's been happening, and have some gain, some material gain, some gain to the situation. So it does feel like this sense of attainment. So it does feel like what's he going through? It feels like he's trying to get some clarity about the situation. It does feel like he wants to move ahead. He's just trying to find a way to be authentic or be true to himself in many ways as well. Find a solution to whatever's been going on for him personally. But it does feel like there's a gain to the connection. There is a sense of possibility coming in the regard to the connection. But he's definitely going through some clearing away. Oh, what popped out here? Clearing out the weeds and finding the flowers. It's a lot about his own personal space as well. I feel like within himself, he's clearing away a lot of the aspects that don't serve him well, or doesn't serve the connection well. So I think that's really important, to make sure that he has that personal space to do what he needs to do so that you can move forward in this. Okay, so that's that there, Sunny. I hope that helps and gives you some guidance there. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Queen of Swords. What are LM current feeling towards me? Okay, Queen of Swords. Let's have a look at that. Ooh. Light at the end of the tunnel was the first words I got with that one there. But he's feeling very heavy weight. Feeling very burdened by something within the relationship as well, even though there is hope and there is a sense of trying to balance out his emotions. I'm getting here that he's trying to balance out his emotions, feeling very heavy with his emotions at this time, which is why he's feeling isolated. So I feel like he is really looking for the truth of what he's feeling. Okay, Queen of Swords, he's really looking for his own inner truth about his feelings towards you. Here we've got success, we've got victory, we've got the sense of, yes, he's going to go through some battles, but he's definitely working towards his feelings towards you. It does feel like he's coming into the right frame of mind, even though he's feeling very heavy, very weighed down by his emotions. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It does feel very successful. It does feel like he's going to be moving in a positive light towards you. Oh, you're welcome, Sunny. So, sorry, Queen of Swords. So it does feel like he's moving into a more positive aspect with you. It does feel like he's sort of thinking about you and wanting to sort of move in the right direction. So let's have a look at Echoes of Nature. He feels like there's a big opportunity. If he can get himself in the right emotional state, he feels like there'll be an opportunity with you. It does feel like there's going to be an opportunity. So that's really important as well. Okay. Tutu. Will you meet another man during the next 6 months? Okay, now the first word I got was yes, you'll meet a man, but then you mean for a serious relationship. So you're talking about, will you have an intimate, serious relationship with someone? Serious relationship. And what about being weighed down? Like you're being very focused. So you need to leave behind those weights, those things that are weighing you down. It's a lot of things that you're focusing on. So you're not seeing the bigger picture. I feel like you're not really seeing the opportunities that are given to you. It feels like you've missed an opportunity. It's about facing your fears, allowing yourself to actually look at your path and the path that you actually want to take. It's really important. So what sometimes sometimes we're our own worst enemy. Sometimes our fears can get the better of us. Tutu. So definitely feel as though something's holding you back from meeting being in a serious relationship with someone. Okay, so it's about giving unconditionally. Are you able to give without any conditions, without expecting anything in return? I think that's really important for you. Okay, Tutu, I just feel like it's about you looking at what's weighing you down. What do you actually need to walk away from? And so that you can actually start seeing the bigger picture. What are you afraid of? And so really about giving to yourself is so important. About giving unconditionally to others as well is so important in this process. So what are you afraid of giving of yourself? You're afraid of opening your heart. I feel like there's a missed opportunity. So let's have a look and see what the echoes of nature have to say. It's about changing the direction you've been moving in. So there might be a way that you can sort of change the path slightly and move in the direction that you actually want to move into. So that's really important too, to look at the direction that you've been moving in and maybe shift slightly in your thoughts, your perceptions, maybe what you're afraid of, allowing yourself to give unconditionally to the situation. Virgo, I have done your reading. That's already been done. And no, he's not a good, yes, he is a good person. He is a good person. He is just very shy and he just seems just to do things quietly. You're welcome, Tutu. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, Shivaski. Please type in your question if you want a reading. Okay, Christina. What will happen between my husband and I? Ooh, some difficulties at the moment, Christina. Whoa. And we've got the Hierophant here and traditional aspects and the way you traditionally deal with things. Okay, Christina, straight away I got the Hierophant here in regards to what's happening between your husband and I. So it's about things that are in a traditional, maybe there's a traditional way that you're dealing with this, whatever's going on between you and your husband. So maybe you need to look at things a little differently in that respect. Look at actually what do you actually want to bring into the relationship? What do you want to harvest? What do you want to, it feels like you need to reflect or contemplate what you actually want to bring into the relationship. Get a sense of having a little bit of faith. You know, what are your beliefs in regards to the relationship? Finding a sense of balance is going to be really important. Making sure the relationship is a sense of give and take is going to be really important. There are some things that are stressing you out about the relationship. It does feel like there's a lot of stress or a lot of worry going on and a lot of past life memories. And I'm talking, maybe it's time to reflect on those past life memories. I think they're really important in this relationship, is to reflect, Christina, reflect on your past. Is going to be really important. Okay, Christina, I think that's really important for you to actually look at what do you actually want to bring into the relationship. Have a little faith. Have a look at maybe the way you're traditionally handling the situation. Try to find a sense of balance, making sure that you receive as much as you're giving, that you have that sense of balance within the relationship. I know there's a lot of stuff worrying you, stressing you out. So you need to find a way to look at the memories of the past. I think are going to be really important. Look at past memories and remember the good times. Remember the good stuff in regards to the relationship. I think it's time to sort of, I want to say, re-spark. He left in January with no contact. Oh, wow. Okay, no wonder you're feeling very stressed and worried. Okay, he left in January. Okay, so I'm gonna see what the angels have to say in regards to this. I just feel like let's have a look and see what the angels. I just want to see. Might have to actually put the cards the right way. Let's have a look. What do the angels have to say about him leaving in January with no contact? Let's have a look. What have we got? Okay. It's about seeing the truth of the situation. We know things are challenging. This has been very challenging. Just trying to get you some clarity in the situation. I feel like you've got no closure, and I think this communication is going to be really important. You need to find a way to communicate. Shift. Memories. Memory. Again, we've got 6 of Cups again. So it's like looking at the issues, looking at the stuff that's going on, the history of the past, needing to look at what's actually, what's actually going on. I'm still getting that thought of communication. Whew. Okay, it's accepting help from others as well during the journey. I'm just not getting, I'm getting a lot about you just sort of moving on. You're remembering the past, okay, and needing to find a sense of clarity within what's actually going on. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening. Oh, it's huge, absolutely huge. And I know there's trying to find a way to communicate, but is there a way that you can actually allow yourself this possibility of leaving behind that past? And I know it's very hard when you don't have closure. So let's just have a look and see what the echoes of nature's got. Wisdom. So what knowledge have you gained from the situation? I think this is a moment for you, Christina, to actually take some breath and look at what you've actually learned from this situation. And I know it's hard without having the closure, so to speak. There's no communication. So how do you move on from that? And I feel like it's looking at your own knowledge, your own wisdom. What have you actually learned? Past. Well, you asked about the relationship. So I feel like it might be about looking at the past with him. Maybe there were some clues in there that give you the wisdom that you need. Maybe your past with him. Maybe that's going to give you the clue to why you're worrying and stressing. I don't feel like he'll return. I feel like this whole give and take stuff could be when you talked about, as soon as you said about him having no contact with you, could be about you having a sense of give and take within yourself. So I don't feel like he will return. I don't know at this stage. It doesn't feel like returning. Even though we got this past life memory thing, got a lot about memories from your history. And I'm talking about maybe they give you some clues to what's actually going on. And there is that being led. And I think you're being led into new possibilities. And that comes from your own wisdom. So I don't feel as though he will return. It's about what you want to be able to move ahead. I don't feel as though he will return at this stage. But things can change. But at this time, it doesn't feel like he will return. But I feel like you're going to gain some wisdom from the situation. So take a moment, take a breath. So hopefully that helps. Okay, so done that. Okay, Zaneb. Will Usman reconcile with me? You're welcome, Christina. Just take care of self. Make sure you're in balance. You're balancing out your emotions as well. Zaneb. Reconcile. Okay, is there reconciliation in a marriage? Let's have a look and see what cards come out. Reconciliation. Okay. Heavy weight. Rider, ruler. Things to finish. Consequences of actions. Now, it doesn't feel as though there's a reconciliation, but there are some things weighing you down. Okay, Zaneb, there are some things that are weighing the reconciliation down. There are some things that seem to be focusing on the negative aspects, a sense of ruling, wanting to be in charge, wanting to be in control. There are some things that need to be done. There are some things that need to be achieved because of the consequences of actions. So whatever action was taken, there was consequences to that, and that's about acknowledging that. And once that acknowledgement comes into play, I don't feel like there's a reconciliation at this time. It just feels like there's a lot of heavy weight, a lot of stuff going on. There is some things that need to be completed before anything can be done. So until whatever needs to be completed is done, the consequences of the action taken, the legalities, I actually don't see a union here. I don't see a connection, a reconciliation. Whoa. Okay, so what have we got here? There are some delays to what's actually going on. It is about self-care, which seems super important. And that's going to bring a sense of inner success within oneself. And we have a look at memories of the past. That seems to be coming up quite a lot about memories. Seems to be really, really important. So there are some delays into what you want, Zanib, in regards to the reconciliation and the marriage and stuff, because it all comes down to self-care. It does come down to allowing yourself the to be successful within oneself, being successful within oneself, allowing yourself the memories of the situation. Maybe you need to look at the truth of what actually was. Zaneb, I think it's really important that you actually look at the sense of the past. What actually is the history of the past? What was it about? Why did you break up, or why did you not reconcile? Why is there not a reconciliation? There's definitely delays or blocks to that situation. So take a moment, take a breath, and yeah, hopefully that offers you a little bit of clarity. I think there's a lot of self-care needed, a lot of taking care of self before anything else can happen within a relationship. I feel like there's a lot of heavy emotions going on. There's a lot of stuff about taking control of your own life, some things that you actually need to take control of, and look at the consequences of the action. That keeps coming up really, really strongly with this one. It's about trying to find a sense of balance, equilibrium within the situation as well. So not at this stage, but things can change, Zaneb. Okay, things can change. There's no reconciliation because you need to do some self-care first. And until you do that self-care, no reconciliation at the stage, but things could change. Okay, Victoria. I have a decision about my career, counselling or graphic design. Let's have a look at counselling or graphic design. Let's have a look at counselling first. Let's do a tarot showdown. Okay, counselling. And then you're going to look at graphic design. Okay, counselling. So if you do counselling, what have you got? Sun shines on the situation. A light at the end of the tunnel is a possibility. Might feel a bit dark. It might feel a bit heavy. There's a lot of stuff going on, but the counselling is where the sun shines on the situation, even though there may be some difficulties and things going on. And then with the graphic design, I feel like something's going to be taken from you, even though you'll have the passion and the creativity for it. And it definitely feels as though there is possibilities within your graphic design for sure. The counselling is going to be heavy. It's going to be fairly dark. It's going to be quite heavy, fairly dark with the situation, but it does bring in some light within yourself. It feels like that's something that will make you happy, and yet the graphic design does give you that balance within your path. Even though you might feel like something is taken from you, you might feel as though something has been taken, but it does give you that creativity, the graphic design. So really the ultimate decision is yours when you look at that. It's whether you want the happiness, the joy, even though things will be heavy and dark, there are the moments of lightness with the counselling. But the graphic design does give you that sense of creative force. It does give you that creative energy, that balance. Even though I think it could be, I just got hours for some reason, could be the hours that the graphic design might take from you. Feels like hours would be taken. Feels like with the graphic design, there would be long hours, is what I'm getting here. Long creative projects, it would take hours, where I think the counseling is more set hours, so you can be a little bit more in control of your hours. For some reason, hours seem to sort of come up. Here we got about seeing the beauty of the situation. Seeing the beauty, that's with the counselling. Seeing the beauty of your results when you're dealing with people. With a graphic design, it could be in that you're in a bit more of the background as well. So that's the thing too. With the graphic design, you're going to be more in the background of the situation. You're not going to be so much in the forefront. With counselling, it's about seeing the beauty of when you have that positive results when you're working with a client and that sort of thing. So totally up to you. Remember, these are just guidelines. It's totally up to you what you do with it, with the reading. Okay, remember, readings are just guidelines. They're just up to you to make the choice by the suggestions and offers that I give. I'm not going to tell you what you must or must not do. It's totally up to you. Okay, last reading. Let's put this in. I think we're going to be ending soon. Last reading. So don't forget last reading. Libra, a general for June. Okay, general for June. Okay, your general for June. Let's have a look. Oh, jeepers, that flew out. Rest. Time for I'm just getting the holiday. I'm getting a vacation. Like you need to take a break from things. It's about finding an inner strength to move ahead as well. It's going to be super important. Nurturing your health is going to be super important as well. And finding a sense of inner happiness, finding that joy. And isolation is going to be very important. So this could be a time for some time out. I think this is a time to really take a step back from everything going on, recuperate, find your inner strength within oneself. Really about taking care of yourself. Okay, you need to take a vacation so bad. Yes, you do. I think June is a reminder to you to just take a step back from everything. Really take care of you. It's about your dreams, your goals. It's giving you time to reflect and contemplate. Whoa, look, flying out. It's about savoring the moment. I love the way the cards sort of reconfirm. Now, the cards that I've used here are the Waterfall Tarot and the Echoes of Nature, both by TarotOracle. He would normally be doing readings today, but he is boxing up that's why you need to take time out, Libra. Goddess, you need to take a step back from it all. You just need to just let things be for a moment. Just take because you're so tired and stressed, a vacation or a holiday or a break from everything is going to be so important for you. Just to take us, because you're so tired and stressed, you just need to take some pampering time for yourself. Okay, so what I was saying, the decks are by TarotOracle. Now you can order this deck by his Etsy store, TarotOracle Etsy store, And he's also boxing up his book, his tarot guidance, which is absolutely awesome reference book if you're learning tarot or anything like that. He will have the Echoes of Nature at some stage reprinted, so I know that's coming up as well. But the Waterfall Tarot, which is my Rider-Waite-Smith go-to deck, is painted and created by TarotOracle. So yeah, don't forget, I will put the links down below when this processes. So yeah, that's it for me. I think that's everybody's reading. Don't forget, if you want to book a private reading for me, the link's on there, or you can go to my Ko-Fi shop, HeKate's Crossing, so you can find me there if you want to book a private reading with me. All sorts of prices depending on what you need. We can do email, video chat on Facebook or Skype, whatever suits you. So that's it from me. Thanks for being with me. I just need to get some lunch, need to sort myself out a little bit and get a few things done, and take care, and I'll be back when I can. Take care. Thanks for being with me. Hope the readings helped. Gave you that guidance. Oh, put that on there. Put that on there. So yeah, that's it from me. Take care.